Okay, so just real quick, I wanted to show you, so as part of your homework, I'm going to ask you to read 2 pages out of the textbook, pages 49 and 50. But there are a couple things that I want to point out, because we didn't really go over them in the stuff that I posted today, but you're going to be asked to do certain things in the homework that we didn't go over in class. You're adults, right? You can read. You've graphed equations before, right? So I expect that you can handle some of this stuff. But so one of the things that you're going to be asked to do in some of the homework problems is you'll be asked to not only find like number sentences for different patterns, but then you'll be asked to make a table and to draw a graph, and they might use the terminology the 4 folds method. What they mean by the 4 folds method is, if you look at page 117 of the textbook, there's a really great example of this. So, and I'm just going to show it to you, but you can reference this later on your own if you'd like to. But this is the 4 folds method, right? So the 4 folds method, yeah, I mean, it's not really a method. It's not really like, again, with the terminology that I don't really agree with. It's not a method, it's just a different way of representing the same relationship. So here we have like a pattern, like it could be dots or just some other pattern, but this is a particular kind of pattern that this person has colored in a different way to try to express like how the pattern is growing, right? But so the pattern is one representation, and then the graph is another representation, and the table is another representation, and then the rule is another representation. And we haven't talked about recursive formulas yet. You've probably seen them from your past experience, but you don't have to worry about the recursive formula so much at this point. But the explicit formula is the figure n, right? This is when you find the formula for figure n, that's how you get this explicit formula. So if the number of dots in figure n is 2n plus 5, then the rule is y equals 2x plus 5, right? That's the rule. And then you can graph that rule by, actually what you could do is make the table and then plot the points in the table and then draw the line there. We'll talk more about this on Tuesday, but I just wanted to give you a heads up that you will be asked to do some 4 folds type of stuff in the homework. The other thing that I wanted to ask you to do, actually, and this is going to count towards your participation grade for today, and what I want you to do by the end of the day, today, Thursday, is this. So when you're reading through this chapter, and actually if you don't have time to read through the whole thing today, that's fine, but what I want you to do is, they give you this example of this pattern, and then they give you 3 number sentences for those different patterns. What I'm going to do is break you up into groups like I've done in the past, and I'm going to have you try to so what I'm going to do is I'll set it up so that we have 3 people per group, and it's going to be first come first serve. So the first person that posts can choose whichever of these number sentences that they want to do, but what I want you to do is color in this diagram to fit whatever number pattern you chose. So see if you can color in the number pattern that they're trying to describe. And again, you only have to comment one of them, but color it in and then take a picture and upload that into the discussion board. If you're the second person that posts, then make sure that you're not doing the same number pattern as the first person who posted, right? And if you're the last person that posts, well, too bad, right? You're just going to have to do whichever one is left over, okay? But I'm going to post that as a discussion board item, and then and that'll count towards your participation. It might help to read, first, but you don't have to because you've seen the lectures that I've done today. So that's that. Thanks for tuning in.